And so what I think I'll do is I'm gonna speak to Kershaw. I'll either call him or email him and see if there's some way that I can get a replacement, because as you can see, this one uses a Phillips screw in order to remove and replace, and I thought I'd see if maybe I could get one from them, if I could purchase one and replace it. And if that works out, then I will post another video discussing that. But yeah, I really like Kershaw, and I actually imagine that that's not going to be a problem with that request, as long as that thumb stud is replaceable. I'm sure they'll be able to get one out to me. Hey folks, got something in the mail yesterday, and thought I'd make a quick video and open it up for you here on camera. Now this is a package from Kershaw, and I should give you a little bit of background. About 2 weeks ago, actually a little bit less than 2 weeks ago, about 10-11 days ago, I sent back a Kershaw Vapor 2, and the reason I sent it in for warranty service, and the reason I sent it in is because if you've seen my review that I posted up about 2 months ago, one of the issues, I had a couple issues with the knife, but one of the issues that I had that was something that really bothered me was the thumb stud. The Kershaw Vapor 2, at least the one that I had received, had a real pronounced pointy pyramid type shaped thumb stud that was just really uncomfortable. It kind of digs into the meat of my thumb, and I didn't like the way that it opened, and the detent was really stiff, so that in order to overcome the detent you really had to push on the thumb stud quite a bit. And I loosened the pivot to where it became a little bit easier to open the knife, but that thumb stud still got in the way, and it was just kind of abrasive, you know, against the edge of my pocket, and I just wasn't really happy with how that knife opened and closed. And so while I had used the knife several times and carried it, you know, dozens and dozens of times over the years, it always kind of got relegated to the back of a drawer. I didn't carry it as much as I would have liked to, mainly because of that little thumb stud. I mean, it's an inexpensive knife. It isn't anything you know, great. It's not anything expensive or extraordinary, but it's a nice all stainless steel knife that deserved a little bit better. Now, I had seen other people who had a Kershaw Vapor, I think even the Vapor 2, with a different type of thumb stud, where it was sort of a, if you imagine sort of a cylindrical thumb stud, and then you kind of cut, you know, at a 45-degree angle, you kind of cut half of it away so it was on a slant. Sort of similar to the Kershaw Blur, if you've seen the thumb stud on that. Now, I've seen the Vapor with that Blur type thumb stud, but you know, mine had that different style, and I contacted Kershaw and I asked them if I could order, and told them I was willing to pay for one of those different thumb studs. I thought, since the one that was on my knife had a Phillips screw on the back side, that it would be a simple matter of unscrewing one, screwing in the other type, and away you go. And when I contacted them and asked, they said that that wasn't the case, and that for my particular knife, the only thumb stud available is the one that, you know, that it had on it currently. But they did ask me that if I would, they mentioned that if I was dissatisfied with the knife, that I could send it in and select a replacement knife of the same value. Now that really caught me off guard, because, you know, who does that? And I know Kershaw's customer service is amazing. They've been, you know, awesome in the past, but that kind of bowled me over. And I almost didn't want to take them up on it. I was kind of willing to just live with the knife. You know, I'd already had it, and I've had this knife for a long time. We're talking like a couple years at least. And I almost just said forget it, but then I was saying, you know, they wouldn't offer unless they were willing to take the knife back, and you know, they were ultimately interested in my satisfaction. So I thought I'd give the whole experience a chance and go ahead and take them up on it. So I packaged up the knife real carefully, put it in a box. They sent me the information, the address to mail it to, and I believe I also sent back a wallet to Victorinox. I think it was Kershaw. I paid for shipping, if I recall. Yeah, so I paid for shipping, which is no big deal. I mean, that was, you know, I'm happy to do it. But I did print my own shipping label. I sent it back to them, and that was, like I said, 10 or 11 days ago. So this got to me really quick. This came in yesterday, and I almost, you can see I opened the packing slip that was with it on the front, because I kind of was confused as to what it was, and then I figured it out as I had removed the packing slip. I figured out what it was, and so there was a little packing list enclosed in here, and what was in was there was inventory list. There was a list of what was included inside, which was a 2012 catalog and then a voucher for the value of the Kershaw Vapor 2. So basically they've just, because when I originally sent back the knife, I didn't tell them what replacement knife to give me, and it was because I wasn't really sure what my options were. I didn't want to be rude and say, oh, I'm picking this, even though, you know, maybe the value wasn't exactly the same. So no, they sent me the paper, and they said, you know, basically they're saying, open this up, look through the catalog, select something that's the same value, and we'll send you a replacement. So pretty cool. So that's what's in here, is that 2012 catalog, and I just thought maybe some of you already have this catalog, or, oh, by the way, this is the orange Cts Xhp Paramilitary 2. This was an exclusive run from cutleryshop.com, and as I poked it through the package right now, it's like the weight of the blade almost fell through. The factory edge on this knife is just so stupid sharp. Notice I'm not actually pulling it through, it's just kind of push cutting right through the edge of the package. So that's one heck of a sharp factory edge. Sometimes knives will hang up on the bubble wrap material, but you can see that just kind of like falls right through. And that was something I don't normally do. I don't normally flick this open or flick it closed using the lock, but for some weird reason I kind of had it in my head to do so. So it's a little something different for you there. So let's put him to the side, or her. I'm not really sure what gender my knife is. Let's see. There is indeed Kershaw Knives catalog, and then I have here. I'll read it off to the side here, just because I'm not sure what info this contains. I see it has some Xerox copies. Or maybe these are the original forms that there were some warranty forms that I filled out and sent to them, and it looks like they've went ahead and sent those same papers back to me just so I have all that information. So that's kind of interesting. So they sent me back all my info, all my papers that I sent to them, and then they've got a warranty voucher sheet. That's the cover sheet of this little package of papers, and it says, Dear Abe, we regret to inform you that the product you sent to us for warranty service cannot be repaired. We will be glad to replace your product with another of your choice. Please take the time to look through the enclosed catalog and choose a replacement. All pricing is based on MSRP. So rather than being the street value, the street price that we're so used to seeing on, you know, retail websites, you know, like a knife may have an MSRP of $99.99 and then a street value of, you know, $59.99. What Kershaw's going by is the value that they've given me for the Kershaw Vapor 2 is $45, and that'll be based off of the MSRP of their knives. If you choose to apply this credit toward an upgrade, please enclose a check or money order for the amount of the price difference. Checks and money orders must be made payable to Kershaw Knives. So, I don't know that I'll actually sit here on camera and thumb through until I find a replacement that I'm interested in, but it is kind of cool to get this catalog, and at least we could maybe we could flip through it and look at the pages real quick. It is full color inside there, and it starts off with, so many of Kershaw's knives are speed assisted, so I don't think these are all specifically speed assist knives, but knockout, echelon, piston, black blur with glass breaker, olive drab blur, desert sand blur, volt stainless steel, and zing stainless steel. Those both look really slick. And yeah, you know what? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to go through this whole catalog now that I'm looking at it, because that would take forever. But what I will do is I'll thumb through here. See, there's the newer Vapor 3 right there. What I will do is go through here and kind of pick something out, and then I will add it on to the end of this video. I'll let you know what I select, or maybe I'll make it a surprise. Maybe I'll pick something and I won't say what it is, and then I'll come back with a video detailing exactly what it is. So many good knives in here. Man, Kershaw, you guys are just killing it. There are just so many cool designs, and there's just something for everyone. Fixed blades, folders, you know, the tactical designs, more traditional stuff. See some skinny and fillet knives, even a pair of scissors in there. So what do you know? axes. Their offer to apply the value of the voucher as a credit to a higher priced knife is very tempting, and I think that might almost be the way to go, because if I just throw a few more bucks at it, I can kind of jump beyond that little threshold and get something quite nice. So that's about it. I just wanted to make this video almost just to say, you know, thank you to Kershaw. If you folks are watching, thank you very much. This was a really, really kind gesture, and for anyone who hasn't had any experience with Kershaw's customer service, they're great. Whether you talk to them on the phone or you deal with them through email, they're super attentive. They get back to you really quick. Everybody is really kind. Anybody I've ever spoken to on the phone, because I have called them in the past, and everyone that I've spoken to through email has just been tremendous. Just as friendly and as courteous as can be. Always polite, and always interested in really making sure that you get exactly what you want, or whatever you're going to need to make sure that you're satisfied with your purchase. And this, to me, is going above and beyond the call of duty when it comes to making sure someone's satisfied with a knife. I mean, this is a knife I've had for a long time. They didn't have to do this, and they just really, to me, that's just knocking it out of the park, to do something, you know, this cool and just say, you know what, even though you've had it for a long time, send it back. You're not happy. We want to make sure you're happy. So 2 thumbs up for Kershaw. And if any of you haven't dealt with them before, do so with confidence. You know, buy Kershaw products and know that ultimately you're going to get exactly what you want. And if not, you know, they're going to help you get as close to that as they can, because they're really great folks, and they have a really cool one-on-one personal touch in how they deal with their customers. So let's cut the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks to Kershaw, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.